Alex Lewis was an identified feckless young guy in his mid-30s who liked golf, a drink, and his 2-year-old son until 2.5 years ago. When he developed a severe cold in November 2013, what his companion Lucy Townsend referred to as the man flu, everything changed. It was just the season for colds, and his son was sick too, so it wasn't a huge problem. Alex would get better soon. However, he didn't. His skin went purple, he began to flow blood in his urine, and he developed a fever. This was not your typical cold. Alex suffered from organ failure and blood toxicity due to a streptococcal infection. He was on the verge of passing away. Lucy remembers the Saturday night she feared Alex was going to pass away. An ambulance arrived 8 minutes after I called for help. We immediately started resuscitation at the hospital, and I was advised to say my goodbyes. They were going to put him on life support as his kidneys were failing. Alex spent a week unconscious. Even though he survived, his suffering was far from over. He had to have his arms and legs amputated in order to contain the infection. They also had to cut off a portion of his face.
I can remember seeing my legs at the hospital and how they were becoming darker and darker. I could feel the blackness creeping up to my waist. I can clearly recall my legs, but I don't recall seeing my left arm in that state.
Alex recalled without self-pity how in a day he had cold which took him to hospital. After 10 days spent in the hospital, his left arm and legs were severed from the thighs. Following surgery, his face was completely changed. His son Sam was too afraid to approach him, much less give him the kiss Alex so much wanted. Surgeons fought for months to save and reconstruct Alex's right arm, since it was thought to be essential to his ability to live an independent life once he left the hospital. However, the arm finally broke in the spring of 2014, necessitating an elbow amputation. A young man in good shape who enjoyed being outside was completely frozen in place. Such difficulty would have caused many, if not most, of persons to crumble. Alex took this situation in a positive light. Alex and Lucy constantly joke around with each other. In the Greyhound, a large gastropub in Stockbridge, Hampshire, Lucy co-owns and operates. Alex maneuvers his wheelchair around the bar. In an effort to raise the $180,000 he needs for a pair of cutting-edge prosthetic legs with computerized joints that will drastically improve his mobility, he and the trust set up in his honor are working together. In order to purchase limbs that will enable him to eat with metal pincers, he has already funded $20,000. His right arm's elbow was spared, giving him vital control. Alex was grateful for the one joint that survived, instead of worrying about the 3.5 limbs he lost. Lucy remarks, "That one elbow is his whole independence." Alex had to deal with the physical agony of attempting to walk on prosthetic legs, in addition to the emotional burden. The lowest point was when he kept falling and eventually left a physiotherapy facility because the NHS couldn't fund the advanced joint he required. However, the couple's strong bond and Alex's unwavering optimism about life come through. The aimless, heedless young man had all of a sudden discovered his inner strength and purpose.
I mellowed out by the time I found out I was going to lose my left arm. When they said, "If we don't take your left arm, it will get to your heart and you will die," I could understand. So, it's evident that I just need to get on with it.
But maintaining your relationships over time is the real struggle. How did relatives and friends respond? He remembers,
"At first, some people couldn't bring themselves to come and see me. While some had to wait a while, others got started right away. That made sense to me. It was a huge change in appearance. However, I was still Alex in my mind, and it helped that I had managed to keep my humor intact throughout. I could still talk to them about their kids, their families, and their jobs."
They listed the advantages and disadvantages of their new life right away. Lucy remarks, "The things that we came up with were pretty funny. Travel was advantageous." She says, "You get priority treatment everywhere, so you don't want to travel now without Alex. This has a ton of benefits." Laughing in the face of the most extreme misfortune was a deliberate strategy. According to Alex, it was a crucial component of our survival strategy to get through it, and it worked a treat. He acknowledges that he did experience 4 or 5 episodes of extreme low mood, and that it was tough to be apart from Lucy and Sam for 6 months while he was in the hospital.
I really struggle with having to spend time away from Sam. Now that we have the possibility of losing everything, I want to spend as much time as I can with them.
Lucy's strength, vivacity, and entrepreneurial drive have been essential in maintaining Alex's positive outlook. Her friends inquired as to whether she had second thoughts about remaining with him. "No," she responds. "You didn't sign up for this," several of her pals told her. "We will support you even if you decide to leave. We'll assist Alex as well." Lucy maintains that she never even crossed my mind to back out. Alex expressed his satisfaction that her friends had asked the question.
They arrived and informed me. It was imperative that someone ask her the question I was reluctant to ask. You can't help but wonder, is this really what she wants? When you looked in the mirror, you asked yourself, really? What does Lucy think I possess?
The most agonizing part of it all was when he lost his left arm. I can still recall coming to the hospital knowing that I would be walking into someone who had lost an arm, but I was not allowed to see him. I recall spending around 3 hours drinking vile tea in the hallway as a nurse attempted to make me feel better. I simply didn't want to enter because I felt like such a sinner. I wasn't sure how to handle it, but once I got past that, everything was okay. Lucy made it clear that she is Alex's lover, not his nurse. Alex has to contribute to their home just as much as she does. Alex is helping to design Lucy's pub's interior and says he eventually wants to launch a furniture design company. It became evident after the procedure that even the most basic chores would be difficult. Furthermore, Alex had to deal with a dearth of prosthetic equipment by founding the Alex Lewis Trust Foundation, which generates money for prostheses, wheelchairs, and house modifications for amputees. He set out to remedy this and enhance access to prosthetics. Lewis currently tests new prosthetic devices in partnership with several colleges and rehabilitation centers, frequently taking on strenuous physical tasks to ensure the device is fully functional. Electrical muscle stimulation, EMS training, which was advised for posture correction, strength improvements, and core stability, is crucial to his progress. After working with Tom Corcoran, who owns Fast Track EMS in Hampshire, UK, for a few weeks, Alex saw a significant increase in his physical ability, strength, and posture.
While I have received excellent coaching, nothing has proven to be as successful as EMS training, especially in such a short amount of time. It's incredible how the machine encourages me to use muscles that I haven't used since losing my arms and legs. Training has made me feel stronger. Everyday activities are easier, and my confidence in my ability to overcome these obstacles has grown.
EMS training helps people engage muscle fibers they might find difficult to target with traditional exercises. By supplying an external stimulus through EMS equipment, he's been able to target these weaker muscle parts and make them contract harder by working with Corcoran. In order to make the workouts interesting and difficult, Corcoran has designed the training to concentrate on building the upper and lower back, lats, shoulders, and core. Resistance bands and a Bosu ball will also be used.
For the remainder of my life, I must maintain a robust physical state that allows my body to perform daily duties and allow me to live somewhat independently. I'm getting aid from EMS to do just that.
EMS training made a whole difference for Alex. Miha Bodytech EMS machine would be the ideal training tool for Alex because it is especially good at targeting weaker muscle regions and making them contract against their will. Alex is a remarkable young man whose story of resilience in the face of adversity serves as an inspiration to many. He has demonstrated courage, strength, and determination in rebuilding his life, despite undergoing the amputation of all 4 limbs. His journey highlights the indomitable human spirit and the power of perseverance in surmounting even the most challenging situation. If you find value in the content we provide in this channel, give thumbs up and please leave a comment down below regarding your thoughts about Alex Lewis. To get the latest update, kindly hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.